Today is Saturday. I have 2 days until Halloween and I do not have a working Halloween costume. Originally, I wasn't going to make one, but that all changed once I sat down to watch my favorite movie, Coraline. Fortunately, I only had it on DVD, so I was blessed to watch the Planet 51 trailer.
I love this movie. It's a great movie.
But once the movie began, I realized one of my favorite characters in Coraline, Wybie, has quite a simple costume, and it could easily be put together in a few days. And that is where we are right now. I am building a Wybie costume in less than 2 days. The first thing I thought I'd need was some skeleton gloves. So I got those, and of course his trench coat. Turns out the cheapest option was to buy one from Galls, which is a public safety equipment provider that anyone can buy from. And with 2-day shipping, the total came in at $36. Now, the other big thing that Wybie has is, of course, his helmet, and that can be easily made through a welder's mask. Unfortunately, I don't have one, and they're really expensive. The cheap ones are very cheap, and they look the part. However, they take a few weeks to ship, and they can't really be found in stores, which means I had to make my own mask from scratch. That is the process we are in as I speak. So this is gonna be the goggly thingies. Here we've got the shield helmet thingy. That was originally a flat piece of plastic that I used this here heat gun to mold into my liking. Here is the visor box type thing that actual welding masks have. Yeah, so this silver piece here is the top of a... God, what is that? Oh, we got a dog over here. Can we focus to the dog? Focus on the dog. There's the dog. Hi, dog. Good dog. Half of a cheap helmet I found, cut it up and used it for a Mandalorian helmet a while ago. And that is now the visor. And the front looks very beat up. That is to get the shape to fit around the visor. So yeah, and this will be cut out because you can hardly see through it at the, acceptable amount because it warps it quite heavily due to the melting. That's going to get cut out after the visor gets placed on it. Here's the jacket. It's very good and very long, just like Wybie's. However, the right kind of tape is very expensive, so we're gonna have to use duct tape. Gaffer's tape is the right kind of tape, but that's super expensive, like 30 bucks a roll. So we're gonna just use silver duct tape, and that's gonna look horrible. So it is the night of the first recording that you saw, and this is where I am. Nothing has been done with the tape on the jacket, and the helmet is so far from being finished. This is the lens unit. There's one big hole, and that will allow me to see out of one eye. This will be attached with a hinge that will go on the side of here, and then attached to the top right here, and that way I can flip it up. We're coming down to the wire, but I think we'll do it. Alright, it is 9:19 on Saturday, and the visor is just getting glue on, and you will notice there are some pretty huge gaps in there, and I'm gonna have to use Bondo to fill those. And that's gonna go so well, and I'm so happy and excited, and this is gonna go great, and there won't be any issues at all. Alright, here we are. We're about to use Bondo to fill the gaps on the helmet. I am so nervous. And that stuff is caked. Yeah, we can't use that. Okay, so this may be a horrible idea, but I have some wood filler here, and we're gonna try to fill the holes with that. And this is not going to go well, but it's the best thing I have. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? My glue isn't dry yet. So it is 10:32. I've just finished putting on all of the wood putty, and I must say, it might be the best use of a improper product that I've ever done. It'll work great, and I'm actually very excited for how this is going to turn out. It will take maybe 4 to 6 hours. We have less than 24 hours left, and we have decided we are going to wire it. That's taking a lot of work. This is a horrible idea. Here is the helmet. As you can see, the wood putty has actually turned out quite well, and very paintable, very good, and I have cut out the inside as well, and it's looking pretty nice. Did realize that it's like kind of like not straight, but you know, that's completely fine. It's wired up, all the lights are in series, and we are gonna drill a hole through the front of the mask, have a wire that comes down, goes through the mask, and then we can wire it wherever you want for the switch and the batteries. I'm probably going to stay up all night. This is really kind of sad. It's about 8:30. It's about 8:30. We have a giant switch here. We're getting the wires through the mask. We had to completely rewire it, and the lenses have fallen off because we dropped it. I have the lever made over here. Oop. Lever. So it's not actually that realistic, but I do like how it looks. Probably gonna stay up until like 3 a.m. painting it. Okay, it is 9:30 and it is completely wired. That's what we've got. And there's the back. I eventually got so tired that I stopped recording, but I do have a little timeline of when things went down. As you can see, I was up quite late, and I also woke up quite early to finish it. In the morning, I fastened the crank, and I touched up paint, as well as getting all of the tape on the jacket. And here we are. I have the finished mask right down here. Here is the beautiful mask. Let's turn it on. A little hard to see. And there is his little eyes. The visor can flip up about that far, and the lights stay on. We have 2 wires going down here that go into the back of the mask, which we'll take a look at now. The wires are led up here under these foam pads up onto the switch unit, which I just taped a bunch of foam over so the metal prongs wouldn't, cut my head open. Unfortunately, the crank does not crank because it's a bolt holding it in. Something I would change is the location of this. The seeing hole is a little too big, and it's not exactly center, as you might be able to tell. And I can't really see at all. CWG does not pertain to anything other than my channel name in this context. CWG does not relate to any other acronym and should not be inferred as relating to any other acronym.